I have to hug. Yeah. It's my Skurlock.
Yeah.
I couldn't hug you for all this time, and I wanted to be able to say so many things to you and talk with you, and I could not because I just could not. But I know you understood. And what really touched me is that you came back to Crenshaw in spite of you held faith and you believed that I would be free enough to come here and teach you again. Thank you to your mom and to Amanda, to all the Skurlock family, and to the community. I just thank you. So this is, you all gonna make me cry. I'm telling you, honestly, I thank you so much. I thank you. Come on, Alex. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Now you all know that you're here because Ms. Stevenson is a lifeline for students.
Absolutely,
Has
yes,
been
she is.
for decades. And you're here because you know what she means to this community, way beyond the school. And now what our challenge is to make sure that she gets a transition back into the school to do what she loves. But the other challenge is to make sure that this superintendent stops doing this to schools and teachers and students and communities.
That's right.
Because just picking people out of classrooms who run important programs like Ms. Stevenson does, all that does is destabilize schools, create a climate of fear, and it tars the reputation of teachers, and we're not going to stand for that.
That's right.
The superintendent has to stop it, and this is a living symbol right here of what it can look like when we come back.
I thank you so much for putting forth the time. All of our UTLA representatives and Kim McLaughlin. I was looking for Kim and Suzanne. Oh, is she? Oh, and Suzanne and even the past president Warren Fletcher. Everybody that and Alex stood by my side the entire time. And I thank you, UTLA. And I really have a heart for the unjustly housed teachers. Now you all keep the faith and keep communicating, and you know what that means. For everybody, I see vanity here. Vanity
we love you, Mom.
is such a symbol of the Team Iris Stevenson effort.
Get over here.
Vanity. Vanity. Oh, thank you. Vanity just would not let it die. She would not let it rest. She would not let it die. She says, no. She says, the Crenshaw community must know what's going on. And the Crenshaw community really took a step forward, a giant leap forward. And that not only when I say Crenshaw community, I'm talking about not only the house community, the houses, but those alumni that wouldn't let it die, that would have concerts in front of the school, and press conferences, and those individuals that will continue, and they know the value of the education. I really believe in public education and public school education, and we have to keep that going. I had a public school education. I wanted to keep all of that going, so I had to tell the alumni, the current students who would just come and speak, and the parents that would just come to the board meetings, and people that weren't parents. They're the mothers and fathers and the matriarchs and patriarchs of our community that would come, even though they didn't have children here. They believe they have children everywhere. So those individuals that would come and speak up during this period of time. I'm grateful to God most of all for making a way out of no way. And I thank God for my husband, Elder George McCullough, that just endured all of this along with me. There are many teachers and many administrators in LAUSD that kept encouraging me. Just keep on going. This process will be a long-lasting process. Just keep on. Just stay encouraged and go on. So the political leaders, I have to tell you that my heart goes out to somebody who believed so strongly that he gave his life. And that's Celeste King IV, who we call Uncle Mike. Les King IV died with this struggle. He gave his life. He literally gave his very last breath speaking about this unjust situation with Core LA and Adrian Dove and those individuals. And I can't mention the people's names, like name by name, in the jail situations. I just can't. I can't do it because this is an ongoing investigation, and although I'm here, it is still an ongoing process. So therefore, I can't speak to it as clearly as I would like to speak to. But those individuals that are there and they're wondering, am I ever going to be set free? I want you to hold the faith. Just keep on. And just think clearly through all of it. You have resources beyond what you think. So just keep on going. We have to do. Thank you,
Welcome
everybody.
home!
How did you find out that you were going back to class?
I went in and I reported yesterday to my assignment, to my rehousing assignment down in my building, and I found out yesterday as I walked in to be with everybody else. I was diverted to another room, and I said, okay, so now what is this? Everything's, you just learn to expect twists. And when I saw that other room, I didn't know it was my road to freedom.
So it's a complete surprise.
A complete surprise. It was a complete surprise. In fact, that's why I'm here early to try to get my room together, because the students will be here shortly. I worked on it, but I have months and months of things to go through to get everything ready for my students today. So whereas I'm mentally prepared, I know what I'm going to do. My room is not physically prepared.
And just for time, you should write the screen name for me.
Iris, I-R-I-S, Stevenson, S-T-E-V-E-N-S-O-N.
And you've been at Crenshaw High School for how long?
Since 1985, since
Awesome.
September 27, 1985, teaching some of the brightest and sharpest minds in it.
Welcome home!
Oh, you guys, I know I have to.